Good morning, everyone. This is Melissa, the Stamp Doc, and today I'm going to share with you my essentials for paper crafting. So I've set up this video so that you can't see my desk, but most of these items are all things that I keep within arm's reach while I'm crafting. So a list of those is in the description, and then I'll also be adding that to my website as well. So I pulled together basically some things from all different budgets. I know some people have a big crafting budget and some people have a smaller one. This allows you to kind of mix and match those tools to what your budget is. So I'm hoping that will help some of you develop tools. For now, Stampin' Up! Is still business as usual at the home office. So the distribution center is open and orders are being shipped in a pretty timely manner. With that being said, I think we all realize that that can change at any moment. So I really encourage you to get your orders in today or, as soon as possible if you can. We are still having celebration, and what that means is with every $50 purchase, you qualify for a free item during celebration. So some of our items are what we call level 2s, and those are available with a $100 purchase. I'm not including those in any of my essentials because, quite honestly, you're going to pick what you love, and that's what I want you to do. So pick something that you love and that you'll love to craft with those celebration items, and those are just going to be goodies above and beyond. So, again, we talked about budget a little bit, and one of the best specials right now is the demonstrator special. So if you've ever thought about becoming a demonstrator or you just want to save some money right now, the demonstrator special is $99. And for that, you get to pick out $125 worth of Stampin' Up! Products. So you can pick out whatever you like. And I've certainly given you a great list there to start with. And those are the essential things you'll be using. So $125 worth of product, plus you will get a mini paper cutter, and you're going to get a 6x6 paper sampler. So these are pattern papers that are from the Celebration and January through June 2020 mini catalog. So you get a great assortment of papers there too. The other thing you get is you get to pick out any free stamp set that you want. So you're getting quite a bit for that $99. Hi, Fran. So make sure that if you want to take advantage of that, that's good through the end of the month. And that's a great way to save money. You'll also start getting the demonstrator discount on any additional items you purchase. So I do encourage you, if that's something you're interested in, to reach out to me, or you can follow the Shop Now link above and just click the Join button instead. So I want to get right to our list. So like I said, almost everything is right here next to me because I use it all the time. So the number one thing that I think you need to have for paper crafting is a paper trimmer. Now I know a lot of you probably have some. This one is awesome. This is the new one from Stampin' Up! And if you're concerned about the blades dulling, I've kind of been very stubborn and not changed my blade. And I've had this since, I believe, November. And I haven't needed to change the blade yet. So I'm probably getting ready to do that. But for now, this is great. But this will do your cutting and your scoring. So it is perfect for all of your paper crafting projects. So rather than buying a scoring tool and a trimmer, this is going to do all of that for you. So this is my number one pick for what every paper crafter needs. So even if you have plenty of cardstock and paper, make sure that you have a paper trimmer and one that has replaceable blades. So many of the older ones you cannot get blades to replace it with. So you're going to want to be able to make really sharp cuts. And you also want one that has a scoring blade on it so that you can do scoring as well. Okay, so my next pick is the Stamparatus. So if you do a lot of stamping with unmounted stamps, you're going to want a Stamparatus. So the basic Stamparatus comes with everything you need. So when you go to that page, you're going to see that they have the magnets and the extra plates. You really won't need to buy any of those extra things. It's included in the initial purchase of $49. So this is a fantastic one. You can use this with your cling stamps, your clear stamps. You can use this with any of your stamps, and that way you really don't have to switch out a lot of blocks. Now this is a $49 purchase, so it is a little more expensive. If you are on a budget and you just need to kind of limit what you're buying, I'm going to recommend that you get at least one clear block. And the clear block that I would recommend is the size D. It is going to fit the majority of your stamps. Now, it's not probably going to fit some of the larger stamps. If you buy those, you're going to have to come up with something. But a D size block is going to fit most of what you're going to stamp with. So pick yourself up one of those. Let's see, my computer just went dark, so let me get back on here because that's where all my notes are. Okay. So the next thing I recommend are paper snips. And no matter what, you're going to want to be able to cut and trim various things. Don't use your kitchen shears. Don't use your sewing scissors. You need paper scissors. And these are perfect. And it's great for cutting out small images and just getting into that detail work. So if you're a fussy cutter, these are just a must-have. And they're not very expensive. I believe they're still under $10. I have about 5 pair of them just because I'm always using them and tossing them all over here. So my next thing is paper. Paper is the least exciting thing of anything, but I do recommend that you stock up on Whisper White cardstock. As you can see, I've got a pretty good stash here of that. And also black. So if you're really limiting yourself, you can do quite a bit with just black and white. So I would definitely recommend those. Now the next thing that I have on my list is cardstock assortments. And these come in each one of the color families. So you get 2 sheets of 10 different colors in those color families. So for instance, these are my Regals right over here. I actually end up buying the full packs, but if you're just starting out or you want a great assortment, those assorted packs are great. So generally what I explain to my new demonstrators or people that are brand new to stamping is start with one color family. Decide which one is your favorite. Maybe the Regals isn't it. Maybe you like the Brights, okay? But pick one of those. And then you can get the assorted cardstock. You can also get a 10-pack of the ink pads in that, and you can get the ink refills. I almost always recommend that if you're going to buy an ink pad, go ahead and buy the refill with it at that time. The reason being is that, you know, that may not be available down the road, and you want to keep those ink pads very fresh. I've had some ink pads come to me that were just super juicy and I almost needed to blot ink off of them. And I've had some that were just slightly dry that needed just a tiny bit of refreshing. So if you have that ink refill already, you're not going to have to worry about that. Your ink pads are always going to be perfect. So if you just stick with one color family and you get the cardstock, the ink, and the paper, you're going to have a lot of variety of what you can do as far as techniques and as far as mixing and matching colors. So my favorite is really the Regals. Brights probably comes in second. And if you love color, you know, it's going to be a toss-up between going with the subtles and the neutrals. But pick one, try to collect everything in that collection first, and then move on. Now, my next thing on the list is Whisper White medium envelopes. Most of the cards I'm going to show you are going to measure 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So those medium envelopes are going to fit that size of a card. The next thing I have on there is the Tuxedo Black Memento card. Like I said, I can literally reach almost everything. That's this one right here. And I use this as my black for most things. Now, I checked everything on my list before I posted this, and this one is currently on back order as of this posting. It will ship the week of April 13th. So with it being on back order, you can still order it. It's just not going to arrive until mid-April. So I would recommend you go ahead and order one of those, because this is one of those things I can't live without. I didn't order the refill for this immediately. It didn't dry out really quick on me, but there are refills available for this through Stampin' Up. So if you want that, go ahead and add that to your list as well. All right. So now we're going to move into adhesives, because once you've got your cardstock and your ink, you're going to need something to put all of this together. So I have my top picks. Of course, you could buy everything on the adhesive page and you'd be good. But I definitely have my picks, and they're, again, right here. So the first thing is my snail adhesive. I use this all the time, and I definitely recommend that you have at least one full one and one refill on hand at all times. This is one of those things that I hoard. I have lots of adhesive, because adhesive is one of those things you absolutely do not want to run out of. So definitely this. The other one, and mine's kind of gross, so I'm just gonna tell you that, is the multi-purpose liquid glue. I use this on a lot of things. So even if I do get low on my snail, I use this a lot. It is great for holding together like heavier things, but it's also perfect for smaller embellishments. So I do use this a lot, and it sits here right on my desk. And then the other thing I absolutely cannot live without are dimensionals. I think I eat these because they just don't last around my house. I use them on everything. So definitely pick yourself up at least one pack of dimensionals. I love all the dimensionals. I love the white ones, the original ones. I love the mini ones, and I love the black ones. So, you know, if you're really looking for versatility though, going with the original is your best bet if you are on a budget. All right. So my next thing are some additional tools and some fun things. Another thing I think you need is a Stampin' Chamois. Now mine right now is, they do come to you kind of hard, but you just rinse these under warm water, and this will clean basically all of your stamps. This is an inexpensive thing. I think they're only $8 and perfect for cleaning your stamps. It's just one thing that you need. You don't need any other crazy cleaners or pads or anything. Just get you one of these and you'll be really set for everything. The other thing was aqua painters. Again, really close by. These are great for watercoloring. There's lots of great techniques I can show you with these. So pick yourself up some of these. They come in a pack of 2. You just simply unscrew those. You fill them up with tap water, put on the tip, and then you can basically paint with those. The other thing I really recommend with these is, because we really don't want to be licking envelopes right now and sending those through the mail, even though I plan on sending cards, use this to moisten the flap on your envelopes, and that way you're not spreading any type of germs or anything. So they're great for that too. I think the next thing I have on there is blender pens. Blender pens have been around since I started with stamping, and they are probably one of the most underrated supplies ever. They are fantastic. They come in a pack of 3, and you can use these with your ink pads to color. So if you're looking for a way to color with all of those ink pads you just purchased, get you a pack of blender pens. These last forever, and they just are such a versatile tool. I'll definitely be showing a tutorial on these because I love them so much. Like I said, they just really kind of get overlooked anymore with all the other fun tools that we got, but blender pens are really one of your original great tools to have. Another one that I have to have, because we all need a little glitter and something sparkly, is the Wink of Stella. I love this. You can color with it, but it's just a great way to add some sparkle to your projects, and it's not messy at all. So I love this. It's probably one of my favorite products, and just a great thing if you just want to add a little oomph to your projects. All right, so my next thing, again, I'm just reaching here. Can do pretty much this whole video without having a lot set up. My next thing is sponge daubers. Okay. Another thing that you can do a lot of great techniques with, pretty inexpensive. They're about $1 each. I don't think you have to have all 50 of them. I don't think you have to order that many, but just having some of these on hand, you can always rinse them out. But there's some great techniques you can do with these with your ink pads. So we'll be doing some projects with those as well. So pick you up a pack of those. $5 for 5 of them. It's a great little budget item that can do a lot of fun things for you. All right, so those are all of the tools. So the other thing that you need are stamps. So what I'm going to do is show you some of the stamps that I plan to use and what I feel are the most versatile right now. So going into spring, I really picked some things that were seasonal. I'm participating in a coloring challenge, so I need items that I can color. And I wanted, to give you some ideas with die cutting. As far as a die cutting machine, we don't sell one anymore, but I do have a Big Shot, which I use for my steel rule dies. And I also have a Brothers Scan and Cut, and I have a Silhouette Cameo. If you're wanting any tutorials on that, leave me a comment, let me know what you'd like to see, and I'll try to work that in. So I think the first thing I put was the So Sentimental bundle. Now all of this is going to be backwards, but I don't think I can change that right now. No, I can't. So this one is a great one for greetings. It's got things for birthday, thank you, get well, weddings, baby, everything. I think it really covers everything. So I have been using this on a lot of my cards. In fact, I think there's very few cards that have greetings on them that don't have this one. And if you've gotten a thank you card from me in the last month, you've probably gotten it with this one on there. These are the dies that go along with this. And I love these because they have stitching around all of the edges. And they're perfect. They fit a lot of different stamps as well. So you'll notice that even the card that I posted on my blog today, I used this one with it, even though it doesn't actually go with it. But these are just so versatile. There's so many things you can do with them, and this is really wonderful. So the other die set that I think is just one that you can't live without is the Stitch Shapes dies. I use these a lot. So why this one's so versatile? First of all, you've got all of the different layers there, but you've got circles, ovals, and squares. These do coordinate with our other layering circles, layering ovals, and layering squares, but this one's a great standalone die set. So I do use this quite frequently, and it's just going to be very versatile to work with a lot of the stamps that you may already have. All right, so I did pick 4 stamp sets that I'm going to really kind of add into my little capsule here. So the first one is Welcome Easter. I've already done a couple of cards with this, but I figure this one's perfect for the next month of trying to get some Easter and some spring cards out. Again, not very expensive. It's a lower price stamp set. It is a red rubber stamp set. But again, that will work with your Stamparatus or with that D-size block. Those are going to be perfect with it. The other one that I picked was called Witticisms. This is just going to make some fun cards. And I also thought this would be fun if you've got kids at home. My daughter is actually showing some interest in stamping, so I think this one will be a fun one for us to play around with and also do some coloring with. The next 2 are flower stamp sets, and I've done a lot of projects with these already. So if you go on my blog, you'll actually see these. But first one that I really recommend is called To a Wild Rose. What I love about this one is it's like a triple time stamping set, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. You can't go wrong with it. It's beautiful. There's some great Stamparatus techniques with this, so we can have a lot of fun with this one, and it does have a lot of greetings along with it. And the other one that I chose is Bloom and Grow. And again, this one I have videos, and I have a lot of projects with this too, so you can check those out on my blog. But I think you'll really like this stamp as well. It's got some great greetings with it and some beautiful flower images that you can color. And both Bloom and Grow and To a Wild Rose, you can either get just the stamp set or you can buy them in a bundle with the stamp set and the dies. Okay, so I think that's it. Let me just double check here. I think that was all I had on my list for you. So certainly there's more, but again, I want to reiterate that, right now Stampin' Up! Is open for business. You can still order these supplies and they'll be shipped out within 1 to 2 business days. So you will have them probably by the end of this week or early next week if you order today. I've put the hostess code up there at the top. If you shop with me, you're going to get a handmade card as well as a free gift. While I'm at home a little bit more, I'm going to be doing a little purging. So you might find yourself with some fun papers or some ribbons or something else added to your card, but just a little something to give you as a thank you. I certainly appreciate all your business during these times and want to show that appreciation to you. So I will be still working at my regular job until either I get sick or I can't go there anymore if they do close things down. I have suspended all of my classes. I'm not going to do any in-person classes indefinitely. My daughter doesn't go back to school until at least April 20th, so it's probably going to be at least that long. We'll kind of play this by ear and see how it goes, but I will eventually be back doing regular classes, but I'm hoping to be able to get at least a couple of videos up to you this week. So what you can do to help me, place an order, join my team, and if you can't do either of those right now, don't worry, that's fine. I would love it if you share my videos. That helps me a lot as well. So I hope you all stay well, and again, let me know if there's any type of tutorial or card making video you'd like me to do, and I'll try to add that into my mix. So have a great week, and I will see you soon.